What allows consciousness to be conscious? What is the ground before the ground? What is before the concept of is arises? What was before the Big Bang? Science cannot reach it because the instruments measure phenomena. Spirituality cannot reach it because consciousness is the only tool of inquiry. Yet there is a truth that cannot be reached through awareness, a truth before awareness begins. Deep sleep gives a faint echo, no word, no identity, no time, no experience. But even deep sleep is only an appearance inside consciousness. What I am pointing to now is earlier than that. Before the witness, before the capacity to know, before light and dark, before presence and absence, before the word nothing, and before the idea of something. It cannot be described because description belongs to the mind. It cannot be known because knowing belongs to consciousness. And yet, from this, whatever this is, consciousness appears, awareness rises, the world unfolds, the sense of I is imagined, life begins to know life. But the source of all of this is not something you can return to because it was never lost. It is not something you can perceive because perception comes after. It is not the void, not emptiness, not silence, not God, not the absolute, not the self. Those are reflections within consciousness. What I am speaking about is prior to even the possibility of reflection. It has no qualities, no opposites, no inside or outside, no being or not being, no form to collapse into. And yet, everything rises from it. As effortlessly as a dream appears without a dreamer. This cannot be taught, it cannot be reached, it cannot be held. Even the Big Bang needs a foundation to bang. Even the first atom leans on something unseen. Even space has nowhere to rest. Even light emerges from what cannot be lit. Even what the mind calls lifeless moves with hidden intelligence. Even the light changes when observed, as if it knows it is being seen. Even space behaves with a precision no mind can explain. Even the so-called ultimate truth vanishes before the illusion. Consciousness also rises from a place that consciousness cannot define. It can only define what it is conscious of. But sometimes, a moment of profound stillness, the entire structure of me falls silent. And consciousness tastes its own absence, not as an experience, but as the end of experience. Here, nothing remains, not even the idea of nothing. And from that, the next moment is born.